Hey guys, NJ here. Just a quick hello and update. Sorry I've been a little bit quiet. I've had another mad busy spell with work, but I am now back and around, and boy do I have a lot of things to get through and review. There is a big pile of bits and pieces growing here at NJ Towers, and I will be doing my best to get you some nice review material to have a look at. A couple of great new products, some bits and pieces. I'm going to show you a couple of those bits. Before I do that, any of you guys recognise this frame? So this is actually from the QX90. Remember I did a review on that great little quadcopter, and I have disassembled it because one of my subscribers, Bloods FPV, guy named Chris, sent me over a kit, and it was something that he 3D printed, and I thought it was so interesting what he showed me. I was delighted when he said, let me send one over to you. So I'm just in the middle of fitting everything up over to his frame, and you can see the quite interesting little idea here. We've got what we'd refer to as a dihedral here, where we've got the arms angled up. It'd be interesting to see. I know there are some frames out there. I think Thug have done one, and a couple of other companies, where you've got this slightly different design, which gives you slightly different flight characteristics. Some say better. It's just horses for courses, as they say. Something you may like, something you may not. But I thought this was great. In fact, when it's all laden, it actually comes in a little bit lighter than the standard QX90. It feels nice and strong, and one of the nice features here is that the arms are just got a little plastic bolt to put them on. I mean, they buck up really nice and strong and tight, and Chris sent over some spare arms as well here. So I thought this was a really nice kit, and it's a little bit, well, there is a lot more thought gone into how things should be laid out, because a lot of these E-Sheens, things are kind of just sort of, slotted and pushed together and stuck down, whereas here Chris has actually thought about making a nice little recess for that receiver, exactly marked out where the flight controller should go to, an exact dimension. And then put a little proper angled section for the camera lens to rest on, and then these nice little lugs, which are great for the battery, and then one on the opposite end to hold the camera down. So there's been some really nice thought that's gone into this. So I thought that would definitely be worth a shout out. Thank you very much, Chris. And as I said, I'll put links in the description to Chris's website if you want to get in touch with him about this, if you fancy getting hold of something similar. So there's that. The more exciting thing for me, anyway, that he sent over to me was he has printed me out of what looks like aluminium here. Any of you guys guess what this is? This is all little FR Sky Tyranus parts. And if I just grab my Tyranus and a couple of these bits, I can show you. So again, this is Chris who's done this, and I'm not sure, you may have to contact him yourself and see whether he might be interested in doing this for other people, but you can see how this is going to work on mine, and even look, the logo up at the top there. I think that is going to look pretty awesome when it's all done, and I may even go as far as to say I'll take this apart and perhaps give this a spray, as I wouldn't mind doing this top shell in a nice kind of matte black, and try and get a bit of a theme going on there. But I absolutely love that. I think these are great, really nice nice quality print, and nice and glossy. These are great. So yeah, thanks Chris, and I'll, as I said, links in the description if you want to get in contact with him over those. So what else have we got coming up? We've got a few bits and pieces. I have here the new DYS XSD30A V2s already. I mean, these only just came out and we're straight onto V2s. Sometimes this is why you should wait. You get the V1s and it's only a matter of of a month or so before the V2's straight out, because there was maybe a problem with it. But yeah, you can see these are as of this month. So these are the D-Shot XS30s that will do D-Shot 600. So I think these are probably going to go into my Ditone GT2, because I've been flying that a lot. Let's give that a go on D-Shot and form some opinions on that. I also have here the TX03 camera by E-Sheen, which is, this is nothing you haven't seen before, but we will be looking a little bit closer at this particular model. This is just something a little bit nicer. You've got the display on the back, it's switchable, 25, 200, 600 I think. So we're going to have a little look at that. That's actually going to go into a build. I'm making a very interesting micro build here. If I can grab that, I've got stuff all over my desk here. So this is going to be a 2S micro brushless. Look how small these motors are. Crazy 10,000 kV micro motors. We've got a little F3 controller here and a D-Shot 600 ready 6 amp 4-in-1 PDB there. So this is going to be a really interesting build. Keep tuned for that. That's a work in progress, but being impatient, I shall be rushing to get that done as soon as possible. We also have here a new iSDT charger. This is the Q6 Plus 300 watt 14 amp. Now I have the 150 and I absolutely love it. I got that almost as soon as it was announced. And I use that as my mobile charger down in the field. I run it off one of my old helicopter batteries so that I can quick charge my quad batteries at the field. This guy is allegedly, and it certainly looks to be, almost the same size, maybe slightly slimmer, and instead of 150 watts it's 300 watts, so we're going to have a look at that. Very excited about that one. And then also we have coming up this guy, which is the Jumper Mini, and again this is another tiny little brushless quadcopter. In fact, I've already dug it out the box, so I shall put it in front of you now. That's this guy here, and you can see it's kind of a look of a few different quads here. There's something slightly tiny whoop about it and QX90 about it, but the big difference is, look, we have brushless motors, but this one is specifically designed for 1S, so this is a 1S brushless. And you can see here the whole thing's like on a printed PDB, but it feels pretty strong to me, pretty solid. See all the little FETs mounted up on the arms there. Yeah, we'll have a good look at that and see how that performs and compare it to something like the QX95, which is my favourite of the brushed micros. So yeah, that should be interesting too. And lastly, this guy, yes, the new Tyranus. This is currently in transit. I'm hoping it will be with me tomorrow morning. If it is, it's jumping the gun straight to the front of the review queue, because I know you're all super keen to find out more about it, and you know, I will be giving my full opinions on it. I will flight test it, I will take it apart and see what's inside and what's making it tick, what's missing, what's there that's new. We'll have a really good look at that, but I'm very excited to get my hands on it. And lastly, as a thank you to my patrons, I will be starting to give away some of the surplus stuff that ends up here. With all these builds and kits and reviews that I'm working my way through, I end up with you know, just extra stuff that I don't need. For instance, here I've got this set of these are again for the micro brushless builds. If you fancy giving one of those a go, we've got some Raystar 1 to 2S D-Shot 600 6 amp ESCs here, BL Heli S. These are absolutely great. I've already got a set of these. I don't need two sets, so I'm going to be giving this away. And at the minute, I've only got 7 patrons. Very grateful for the ones I have so far. So there'll be a 1 in 7 chance of those guys, of someone in there getting these. I'm going to try and give away more stuff. It will eventually end up being quadcopters. I mean, I'm decommissioning this guy at the minute because I just need the parts for other things. So you know, there'll be frames, there'll be flight controls, there'll be all kinds of bits and pieces I'm going to end up giving away as these reviews come and go. As well as that, for my patrons, I'll also be looking to do perhaps a live chat once a month where we can chat for a bit about any problems you're having and a few sort of patron specific content bits and pieces by way of a thank you for helping donate to my channel and help me run all of this. So if you want to jump on board and help me out, I'd be eternally grateful. That's the kind of thing that I shall be doing for the patrons moving forward. Anyway, as you can see, there's lots going on. I've got a whole ton of reviews to get through and bits and pieces to start working on. Thanks for waiting around, guys. I'm going to be bringing you lots of stuff as soon as possible, so watch this space and I shall see you guys in the next one.